everyone, it's Anna from Viking Stitches. Thank you very much for joining me again. Welcome if you're a new viewer. Welcome back if you're an old viewer. I have a bunch of new viewers apparently, because I've all of a sudden jumped up to over 100 subscribers. So thank you very much, everyone. I'm very happy with that. I think it may have something to do with the fact that I had started a little TikTok channel for my stitches, but I hadn't really been very active on it. And then I started doing little like time-lapse videos of some of my stitching, not for all of it because it's a real hassle to try and film while I'm stitching. At least I find it that way. I find it really hard to get like the angle right so that you can see what I'm doing, and I'm still not great at it. You can probably tell like the angle sometimes is a bit weird when I'm filming if you've watched any of those videos. But yeah, so I started posting that and people seem to like it. And yeah, I seem to have a fair few more subscribers. I mean, like 100 subscribers is not a lot for lots of people, but it is for me, so I'm quite happy. So thank you very much, everyone. So yeah, so last time I filmed was middle of January. It is now, what is it? I think it's the 18th today of February, something like that I'm filming. I had planned to get things started a bit sooner, but things have been a bit busy. But I will show you what I've been working on. Definitely won't be as long as last time. So first of all, let's get this one out. So I started the stained glass Zelda pattern. I will flick a picture up here of this is what the full pattern is going to look like. And then I will show you where I'm at. So I got as the Christmas present, one of my Christmas presents was Etsy vouchers from a couple of people. And one of the things I used the Etsy vouchers for was to buy easy count fabric, because I decided that I wanted to do easy count. So I've got 25 count easy count, and I was gonna do parking, and then I realized I kind of hate it. So I'm kind of doing slightly extreme cross country. Hang on a moment. Yep, so I have also gotten a tablet, which I was very excited about. I got a tablet as a birthday present from my husband, my dad, and his parents. They all chipped in together. So yeah, I basically asked for a tablet. I've got an iPad. Just for my stitching, which my husband thinks I'm crazy to get a tablet just for, you know, stitchy apps, but I'm really happy with it. Makes me very happy. It's so much easier to use than, because I was using it on my phone, and like now I can actually look things up while I'm filming rather than before I had to have it all written down, or which half the time I would forget to do anyway, because I'd be filming on my phone and then I couldn't look up what I needed while I was filming. So anyway, I'm doing this, yeah, 25 count. I'm doing 2 over 1/10 stitch. I figured I'd try 10 stitch for this one because it's smaller, so I feel like it's not going to make that much of a difference visually, and I think it'll speed up, because this project is 280,000 stitches, which is not the biggest I've ever heard of, but it's up there definitely. So I have done 800 stitches, 10 stitches in the last month, and this is where I'm at. So I might stick up a picture up here of sort of zoomed in, but this is basically the Sage of Time, is it? Raru, something like that. Yeah, but you can see where I kind of started doing parking. I've still got a few parked threads, but then when I decided that I hated it, I just started filling out wherever you can see. So you can see this sort of starting to get a little bit of an outline of stuff. there. So yes, that's where I'm at with that. That is going to take me a very, very, very long time to do, but I'm enjoying it. It's coming along. Right, what should we do next? What am I working on next? So I've been doing some of the Satsuma Street patterns that I think, yeah, I did mention it last time because that was in the Wood Parade. God, I can't talk. Anyway, I've done a fair bit on Pretty Little New York, so I'll stick a picture up here of where I was at last time you saw it. I took it to the Kindred Spirits meetup at the start of February, and I think I got in 600 or 700 stitches there. I love going to meetups like that because that's when I get the most amount of stitching in. But yes, so this is where we're at now. Got in a bunch. I'm quite happy with that, coming out nicely. I've mentioned this before, but I started this ages ago when I was, well, I didn't start this one. I bought 4 patterns when I was pregnant with my son. I worked out that I couldn't, I think last time I told you that I couldn't remember if I was pregnant or when he was a baby, but I worked it out that it was when I was pregnant because I actually had it with me in the hospital when I had him. So yeah, I've done this one, Pretty Little Tokyo, and then we've got Pretty Little New York, and I also I made a start on, which way does this go? Pretty Little Hong Kong. So Pretty Little Hong Kong is here, the final look, and this is where we're at. I think I'm only like 200 stitches in, but these are kind of nice and blocky and they stitch up pretty quickly, which is quite nice, unlike Zelda. But yeah, so that's where we're at with that. What else have I done? I'm pretty sure I've worked on this one. If not, I'll cut it out. But I think I've worked on the Anne of Green Gables cell from Stitching Book Club. So I'll stick here where I was at last time you saw it. I'm gonna have to look it up after I film this. But I think I've done 100 or 200 stitches in, not a lot. But I've added that in. So we're making a little bit of progress, slowly but surely. But the reason I'm doing all this like a little bit here and a little bit there is because I'm playing the Fandom Stitching Central game. That's one of the games I'm playing, and I've mostly been focusing on the weekly prompts. So every week they'll do 6 prompts, and you can choose like the varying levels of how many stitches you have to do. I usually choose the smallest one just because I don't get that much time to stitch. But there'll be 6 prompts every week, so it might be something like stitch on red, or stitch on green, or stitch on something that makes you laugh, or stitch on something that would be in a pirate ship, or, you know, there's all sorts of prompts. But it's fun, it makes you think, and you can just, yeah, it helps me get progress on. I quite enjoy it. In fact, I need to finish my weekly stitches this evening, which is why I'm trying to get this in quickly before the kids have to go take a bath and get in bed. Right, so we've done that. I have made some progress on, I think I've only made progress on this one, yeah. The Brooks Books Advent Animals, I've done, I think, another 200, maybe 300 stitches on Mary Mouse. So I'll stick, so here's what she will look like, and here's where I was at last time. I wasn't very far, I think it was only like 100 stitches in, and now this is where I'm at now. So she's getting there. She's looking slightly less spooky, slightly. She's got a little skirt in there. So yeah, making progress. I would like to get those done sort of reasonably quickly because, you know, I want to have it when the kids are still young. Yeah. What else have I worked on? So I'm doing this pattern for my brother. He's LGBT, so, and I show him lots of cross-stitch stuff that makes me laugh or I think is cool or whatever, and, you know, we sort of talk about it, and I sort of try to sneakily gauge his opinion on this pattern, and he thought it was quite funny, so I decided I'm going to do it for him. I hadn't gotten very far last time you saw it, which would have been the last video on the whip parade, so that's there. And this is where we're at now. So made a bit of progress. This was mostly because I think one of the problems this week and last week was stitch either in with red thread or on red fabric, so I did a bunch of the, I think it was this side, yeah, it was this side, and then I also did a little bit here for another prompt, so that's where I'm at with that, and I need to make progress on that because it's supposed to be a present for him, and I've had that pattern for like a year probably, so that needs to get done sooner rather than later, which is the story of my life with stitching. I can't remember if I think I've made a little bit of progress with this one. So this is the Maya stitch, Evil Eye, which is this one, and I will stick in here where it was at, and now we are here. So this one's also a good one for prompts. I used this one for a red prompt quite often, but yeah, started getting Sauron's eye in there, and I'm trying to hold this up here. It's where the volcano is, so it's all coming along, all getting there. And then my whip go board for January, which I did finish the prompts, was to start the Shire piece, the Halfling House, I think is called. So these patterns come in set of 3 from Mia Stitch. So there's the Mordor one, the Shire, and then the Rivendell one. But anyways, so yeah, I did my whip go, finished my whip go things. Sorry, I'm failing to talk at the moment, sorry. For January, that was, it got, both of my squares for whip go were to start this, so I haven't got very big whip go challenges, so I just did 200 for each, so 400 total. But we got to here, got the door coming through, and then just starting to do around it, which I'm quite enjoying. I'm quite enjoying these patterns. They're a bit complicated, but they're very pretty. I really like them. I will probably hate it when I get to all the green in this one. There's a lot of green in there, but it's going to look so pretty, and so I will enjoy it then. Right, what else do we have? I did a little bit more on this one. So this is the lettuce stitch kit. This was used for a prompt as well, which is why it got dug out, and I think I only did another 100 stitches on it, but we're at least making a little bit of progress. So that's where we're at. It's just that bit around the door. Ugh, I can't pull this up. So the bit of the sort of wreath around the door, and then I think that's the top of the door frame there. So yeah, that's coming along nicely. I'm trying to zip this along because I feel like in the past I've like been kind of slow and kind of umming and ahhing and not sure, so I'm trying to like speed the pace up a bit, so I hope that's all right. I hope people aren't, it's not too fast, but also not too slow, if that makes sense. We'll see. Right, so this is one of the Cricut collection mittens that I'm working on, sort of Christmas themed ones. I've done 100 stitches. Sorry, wait. This is the full pattern, the finished look. And this is where I was at. I was only, I think, 100 stitches in, maybe 200. No, I was 100 stitches in, and I've done 200. I did 200 at the end of January, so this is where we're at. Got the like cocoa cup starting to show up there, and obviously the mitten curves around here. But that's where we're at with that one. So that's coming along, and that as well I kind of want to make progress on, although I'm less worried about that one as I am the Advent Animals. I definitely want to get the Advent Animals done sooner rather than later. And then I have big news. So I have talked about Aurora. Here is, so this is a Dimensions gold kit that is no longer in print. They don't make this anymore. And this is what the kit looks like. And as you can see, this is in Dutch because the only place I could find this kit online anywhere that wasn't like $200 or something, was in a shop in the Netherlands, very small shop. They don't send outside the EU unless it's like above a certain weight and stuff like that, and I couldn't really afford to do that, so I ended up having this shipped to my auntie in Sweden, who then sent it onward to me. So this thing has gone through a bit of a ride, but also I really wanted to have this on the Cross Stitch Saga app, because it has lots of different stitches and back stitches and tent stitches and stuff like that, so I wanted to be able to see that when I was stitching. So I decided to convert it. I decided to use WinStitch and input it there, and I've had so much trouble with it. I don't know what it was, but like there was twice where just like the file disappeared for some unknown reason. It drove me insane. Second time, luckily, I'd done a backup not too long before, although I did definitely lose out several hours of work because it's taken me a long time to do. But it's done. I finished it this afternoon and I've started stitching and I'm so excited. So here's the fabric, and I'm literally like 5 stitches in, I think, because I had to stop to start cooking dinner for the kids. But yeah, that's where we're at. Tiny little start there, and this is, I think, somewhere here in the bear. But yeah, I'm so excited. I'm especially excited to see Books and Stitch's reaction, because she's been stitching this. This is like her oldest whip, I think, and she's almost finished with hers, so it's very exciting. It's exciting to see her finish it, but yay, yay! I got to start it, finally! Finally! Yes, so I think that's all of my whips. I have a bit of haul. I say haul. Right, so haul. I've got a little bit of haul. I shouldn't have haul because I am supposed to be saving money, and yeah, but I have no willpower when it comes to stitching. So I've bought a few things. So there's a few that I will. I forgot them downstairs, so I'll film a little bit at the end. I got some needle minders and some fabric, which I'll elaborate on later. But first of all, I bought these. So there's these Quaker tile flag patterns. from, what's this shop? Vivsters. Vivsters is a shop on Etsy. So I bought the Iceland flag. Is that too bright? I think it's all right. So I've got the Iceland flag there in these like Quaker tile styles. And I've got the British flag as well. Seeing as, you know, my husband's English, British, and I'm Icelandic, so I'm imagining these going up on like the sitting room wall at some point. That should be quite cool. But yeah, I saw someone, I think there's a sale going on with these. So I saw someone on Instagram starting theirs and I could not resist. However, I also can't afford to actually kit it up, so I won't be actually joining the sale, sadly. I wish I could, but I can't afford to kit it up at the moment. I looked into how much it would cost to kit it up and it was just, no, I can't do it. No. So that's that. And then I got... Then I was influenced by some of my team members in the Disney... No, the fandom is Disney this year, but it's the fandom stitching group. But we're petitioning for next year's theme to be supernatural. So we're doing a Supernatural as the TV show. So got this pattern as well, which is very cool. But again, lots of other stuff to work on. Can't really afford to kit it up, so it will have to wait to actually do. And then I've bought this one from where's the seller name? Kits by S.A. Stitch. It's this winter rabbit one. She has a whole series of like winter animal ones, which are so cute. And the only reason I gave into buying this is because my North Hants stitching group that meets up once a month, we've decided to do like a little sale together, and basically we just decided like any pattern from this artist, and we can all stitch together. So I gave in. I just wanted to join in on that one. I still need to kit it up. I don't think we're actually starting officially until next month, I think, and then it's going to run for the rest of the year, I think. So I might just get it kitted up at the start of the month. But I'm really excited for that. I'm thinking about doing it on like a dark gray fabric. Why do I always pick dark fabrics? Why do I do this to myself? But I just kind of feel like it will look really pretty with the like snowflakes all around. I wanted something that would make the snow pop a little bit more. And I saw this like slate gray fabric on Etsy that looks really pretty. So I might go for that. We'll see. And then, was that it? Oh, I did technically buy this one. I think I've mentioned before that my son's diagnosed autistic. I suspect I am as well. I mean, I suspect as a family we're all autistic. I think I also have ADHD, and I'm pretty sure my son has as well. He's being investigated for that as well. But anyways, so someone brought this up. Someone mentioned on one of my groups on Facebook, like autism related stitching. And this one made me giggle a bit, so I had to buy it. It's the Tism Riz. If you know, you know. So yeah, so I've got that one, and then, so I'm going to stop it there, and then I'll film a little end bit with the other things that I bought. Right, I'm back. I've got my extra haul bits. So I bought 3 needle minders, and I've now taken my iPad downstairs. I'll put the name of the shop up here, but I bought these 3. She was having, oh, I think is it Don't Step on Your Needle? That's the one. Don't Step on Your Needle is the one that it is. But here is that gonna focus? focus. This is cute cat in a mug. Anyway, I can't get it to focus properly, which is very annoying. There we go. But yeah, I couldn't resist that one. That one wasn't on sale, but these other two she was having, they were part of her sale, so I couldn't resist. They were like less than £2. So I went for it. There's this one. They're all cats. I think I've mentioned before that I love cats. And there we go. And this one. Very cute cat, sort of Japanese style. I think they're like sakura flowers, cherry blossom. But yes. Sorry, my husband came upstairs and interrupted me. So last thing. So a friend of mine, Tally Cross Stitch actually, who's in the North Hants stitching group, who founded it actually. She is doing the James Webb Telescope SAL from Climbing Goat Designs, I think it's called. Anyways, it's stunning and I want it. And she also, so Climbing Goat Designs has kind of partnered with Fin Stitchers Factory, is what it's called. She's on Facebook and Instagram as well. But she does some gorgeous patterns, and she has a specific fabric called, did I say patterns? Fabrics. She has gorgeous fabrics, and the fabric specified for the SAL is one she calls Night Sky. It's like hand dyed. So I kind of ordered that one. I'm planning to buy the SAL. I need to hold on for a bit longer. Especially if I'm joining the other SAL that I've already talked about. So I might buy that like later this year or something, and then I can just stitch it as I want. But I got the fabric because I didn't want to miss out on the fabric. So this is it. I've got it in opalescent. This is, I think, 28 count. I'm pretty sure I said 28 count. But it's kind of blue, and it's supposed to be night sky, but you can see the sparkles, which I think will look really cool with the whole space theme going on. But yes, check out the James Webb Telescope SAL. I think there's only one bit, but it's the Pillars of Creation. It looks really cool. Even just that bit looks really cool. So I'm really excited to join in on that eventually. When I have the money to. But yes, that's everything. Thank you all so much if you've held on. Sorry, my hair is being a bit crazy this evening. Yeah, thank you for joining, everyone that, you know, has stuck around this far. What was I going to say? Yes, as I've mentioned, I'm on TikTok. I am also on Instagram under the same Viking Stitches. TikTok tends to get updated probably the most frequently at the moment, but they're just like little time lapses, so that's quite fun. Yes, so thank you if you do all the normal YouTube things like subscribe, comment, all of that. I would appreciate it very much. And hopefully see you not too long. See you in March. Bye.